The Senate overwhelmingly approved legislation this past week that prevents a vote on wolf hunting here in Michigan. The two-bill package was approved in 25-11 and 29-7 votes that now move on to the House. The bills were subject of much debate and discussion just last week. State Senator Mike Nofs had a big hand in those bills. He joins us live now. Senator, can you start this morning by breaking them down for us?
Yeah, thank you, Lauren. Good morning. Senate Bill 288 and 289 is a two-package bill, and basically what it does is it allows the National Resources Commission to go ahead and set up a limited hunt if they find, after looking at scientific data and research, that there is in fact a problem with the wolf population or any population of a species, game species, in Michigan. They can go ahead and set a limited hunt. As you know, last year, we passed and was signed into law allowing hunting to go on wolves, and the United States Humane Society, along with a lot of other citizens of Michigan, signed a petition drive basically to put on the ballot the chance to vote to say we cannot hunt wolves in Michigan. Those signatures haven't been certified yet, but what we did is we listened to some of their concerns and put in there basically their scientific data and research, and that there was a reason to hold a limited hunt. And so the problem basically is up in the western Upper Peninsula. The wolves have gone from a population of 7 when they were on the endangered species list up to about 700 today, and they're becoming somewhat a nuisance in approximately a 3-county area up there in the UP, nothing down here in the lower Michigan area. And what they have been doing is they've been killing livestock and pets. And parents are really concerned, even letting their children, 5- and 6-year-olds, small children, go out to the bus stop or waiting for the bus on their own, afraid that they might be attacked by the wolves. And so we have a delicate balance between, wolves are a special species, and yet if their population gets too high, they overrun. They're starting to come into cities now up there in the Upper Peninsula, and we have to do something to try to control the herd so it doesn't get out of hand.
And this has been a controversial issue, no question. With this population on the rise, why are some people still against hunting these wolves?
I think there are a lot of people, have some of it has religious values. The Indians think they're very sacred. There are other individuals that feel that wolves just are part of the national population, that they were here before we were, and that we should respect that right, and we should not hunt them in any circumstance. Obviously, that's not very good. It's, just coming into the United States and the formation of the United States, we've hunted certain species that have attacked us, and even today, what people don't know, that if a wolf does attack you, you have the legal right to go ahead and defend yourself and shoot the wolf if you have to.
And I know a lot of the source of the debate just this past week has been over whether or not there should be a vote. Can you fill us in on that?
Yeah, the legislation that originally started this year that was introduced had an appropriation. In the Michigan Constitution, it says that if there's an appropriation attached to a bill, then it's referendum proof, meaning that even if you got the signatures from the people, enough signatures, which is about 255,000, that you could not put it up to a vote to repeal the law that the legislature has passed because there's an appropriations in there. I worked really hard with the senator that was Senator Casperson from the UP, who was a sponsor of this bill, and said, let's get rid of that and let's try to make our case to the people and say, here's why we're doing it. We'll be on limited circumstance. It could be for a limited amount of time. That's generally what the MNRC does in establishing a special hunting area in a limited time, a limited area, to be able to take care of a population that's gotten out of control in a certain part of the state of Michigan. And so what we did is we took the appropriation out of the bill that we passed before we passed it last week. So therefore, even in this new bill, if the individuals don't like it and they want to get a vote of the people, they can go out and gather the signatures again and go ahead, and we'll have a vote of the people. And the other thing that the bill does do is any past votes that the people of the state of Michigan passed on a hunting restriction, we're codifying basically into law and saying that that cannot be overturned and they will not be hunted. Like, as an example, doves that were I think 5 to 7 years ago, and we took action about doves, and the citizens didn't want us to hunt doves, and so they got the people signature, they put it up to the ballot, it passed. So today we do not and cannot hunt doves in Michigan, and we are respecting the right of the vote of the people even back then.
All right, this bill now moving on to the House. For more information on this legislation, you can view it on our website at wwmt.com. Senator, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Lauren, and have a good morning.